Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So glad you guys could be here. I'm Rooster, and right now we're playing Starfield. And we got friends like this. The attack has happened. We're moving on from that, and we have to go now convince the other groups to give us access. So the first one we're gonna go to is that Freestar Collective. I'm gonna dive into them and see what they got going on over at their little click-clack. All right, so make sure you guys are definitely sticking with us. We're gonna finish out this entire quest line, and I'm gonna leave timestamps down below for any of the goodies I find along the way. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you're new around here, let's go, let's kick it. All right, let's go. We're taking off right where we left off, but this is friends like this. Interesting.
I asked my boss
What?
what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said,
What did he say?
mines were on it.
By the way, security guard, the top mind is me. So I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? I'm just not giving you the best. I'll give you what I can. Hello. Hi. What do we got here, guys? Woo, little magazine. Like that. Permanently reduces the fuel need for drive jumps by an additional 1%. Score. I'll take it. I'm guessing there's at least 10 of each, because I found one that says 10 and one that's 1. Who knows?
Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat Macintyre.
Hello, Chief Deputy Macintyre.
Instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude.
Thank you.
I was also
Thank God I don't have your hairdresser.
Presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need, and that means
Okay.
getting you into the archives.
What can you do for
You
me?
know what the archives are, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I sure do.
Someone paid attention in current events.
Well, that's why I got such a high gig up in the Vanguard. Just saying.
Managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories.
Okay.
UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon. Now, the UC is already on board.
Spice is life, baby. Spice is life. Let's do this.
The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes.
So,
Them both, and you'll have your data.
you want me to go talk to them?
As you said.
Isn't it your job? I really feel like I'm getting put out here, but whatever.
Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times. They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors.
Now, can I kill the person? Take their finger, stick it in to this digital code thing, and then get it that way?
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough.
Okay. So apparently people in here do not have a sense of humor. They're very, very much military, and I'm more of an off-the-cuff kind of captain.
How we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately,
So,
it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
well,
Doesn't mean we can't get creative.
let's get creative then. Let's think out the box. Come on. Work with me here.
Start with Ambassador Radcliff of Freestar or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon.
All right. So give me the information on Radcliffe.
Good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of
Okay.
the colony war, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Well, think about it. She's a veteran of the old war. This might be fun.
Officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
Yeah, and what if she doesn't give a shit?
Maybe that'll work.
Maybe she don't care that we have a threat.
My suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
What you talking about? I'm pretty delightful kind of a person. I
If that's
can,
the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised.
unless I get screwed over again,
One
the Freestar are having the hardest time trying to convince them
intelligence
with my
reporting
persuasion.
planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But trespassing,
you naughty little
yourself
thing.
in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Okay, I could be sneaky.
Covered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Why does he not like her and what's his job?
Many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong,
God,
we'll do our best
is
to
this
smooth
what
things over,
diplomats
but
do all day?
promises.
I'm a run and gun kind of person. Tell me about the staff member. Cameron Long, hey?
Bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life. And
Okay.
someone who very likely hates her guts.
Why she gotta hate her gut? Why can't we all just get along?
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Okay, thanks. Now let's talk about Belmar.
A challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmor stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. But claiming to know how a member
Interesting.
of Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
All right, what's wrong with the house?
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's
What's the problem then?
here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left.
Well, there has to be a reason why they left.
The ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
And maybe there's an issue with you guys, or there's something going on within the house struggles, and we're not.
Like us. How
Well, come on.
nice of you. Of course. But there is another ring.
There's always a wrinkle.
100% sure Balmor is actually still alive. His public
He's what?
appearances were always rare. But it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
Okay, so if he's dead,
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and go about notifying his next of kin.
okay, so why can't I use deadly force,
But let's hope it doesn't
kill those people, get their key codes, and get out? Would it be too
The
suspicious?
embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
What? Is he like is he an alien looking?
Delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy.
That's kind of cool.
It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish.
Is he like a dragon?
Hard for us to verify
Or serpent-like looking?
and what's ambassador.
All right, I hope I'm not chasing corpses.
It must be a speedier negotiation. But I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well. Now, the embassy front door. is in
Oh,
the
you're
embassy.
such a
As
diplomat.
stated, there's a side entrance that should allow you access.
Okay.
Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional
Well, isn't that
questions or
awesome?
require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliff. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind.
Okay, so that's what the problem might be with Long. He might not like that she has issues. So that's pretty what it is, I guess. All right, let's get down to the lobby. Freestar Collective, hey? They're over here on the left-hand side of the buildings. I'm running through the pond because I straight don't give none. Let's do this. All right.
The monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
Sometimes I wonder what you're thinking, my dear. You say such the most beautiful things.
Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy.
Oh,
I suspect that was very much intentional.
maybe it was so that they always knew where they stood. I don't know. I didn't make it. All right, that looks like a plug. All right, it seems pretty straightforward of nothing in this section. Okay, let's go on downstairs and see what we got going.
You're good.
Thank you very much. All right, let's see how this place is set up. Now, when we're in here, we're on our best behavior. We've been told. So let's not go sneaking around in things we can't and try to close doors and be as sneaky as we can. Now, your lock picking little skill needs to be up there. You need expert to mastery. So you're gonna need a level 3. All right, to get into this, unless you're going to be able to sweet talk her, or if you have the ability to manipulate Mr. Long. Now, me personally, I want to set this up. There's a door here. It's expert level. So I have level 4 status on my security, which is lockpicking, in our skill tree. So if you don't have it or you haven't got to it, like I said, it's one of those skills you definitely should have done right at the level 4. Now, I'm going to steal these. I am in hide mode, which is letting me know if I'm being seen or caught or whatnot. Now, I can speed through this. If it's blue, we get to lay it down. So let's go to town. Let's get these done. Lock picking is absolutely fantastic because it comes down to what you can do. Now, we'll take that there and that long one. Boom. All right. Now from here, we're going to crawl up top and we're going to go have a little peekaboo. Be careful. There's that stupid security chick, and if she sees you, she kicks you out. We are inside the wall right now. If we are caught, it's game, match, set. We are kicked out, and it's a restart kind of thing, and we can go to end up in jail, and it sucks. It's a waste of time. So this other vent that we need to go through from inside, we got to crack it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't got it set up, you ain't going to be cracking these. There we go. How bloody beautiful. We're in someone's... Okay, this must be the showers. These are the shitters. There they are right there. All right. Now, I personally am not going to steal any of the people's stuff while I'm here. For whatever reason, I don't want to get caught. But what do we have here? Here, we got another magazine. This is a Gunslinger Guide 05. Permanently reloads and draws weapons 5% faster. That's awesome. So right here, we come sneaking out. That guy detects me. So we're now back here at the front, because the minute they find out that I'm in someone's room where I shouldn't be, they tell me off. So I've reset. So I'm just going to forget all that and just walk in and start chit-chatting with this lady and see if we can't move this process along a little bit.
Do you have an appointment?
Ma'am, I am Captain Rooster of the UC.
You're the one Macintyre called about.
Yes.
The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport.
I am the spaceport.
Truly. saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned, maybe it was just a bad that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy. In order to protect us.
It is to protect us, ma'am.
I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf.
I don't beg, ma'am. I'll just tell you how it is. And if you don't like that, then you can go bust around. Now, ma'am, what you heard was correct, and we do need to get to the
I
archives.
was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain.
Well, you can be Frank, you can be Susan. I don't really care.
Information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours and go?
Look, ma'am, I'm going to try to... Can we at least have a little conversation? Let's have a cup of tea. Let's have a little chit-chat about this.
Give you one chance, one, to convince me.
Look, don't look into my blue eyes. Actually, they're green. Don't look into my green eyes and try to tell me, sassy. Okay, so we got to, like, when working them, you have to know what makes them tick. So knowing that it was a failure might actually be a good point to tell her. I doubt she gives a crap about numerous lives.
The UC will
Are you
find a way to
serious?
make it dangerous. You have my word.
Look, I understand they would. That's one of my things I've been saying from the beginning. It's not whose hands it's, or it's not the information, it's whose hands it's in. You were a soldier. We got a job to
I
protect.
suppose you're right. Our
Good
job,
God.
our responsibility.
I got one more to pull on this. I ain't gonna get it. Ah.
No one does, Captain.
Oh,
The
dang.
only question is how to do it.
Okay, so are we willing to risk more by not doing any help? It's only a moment of crisis where real heroes emerge. I don't want to go too high up. They say that the easier one's supposed to be, but I doubt it.
If you think
You gotta be
flowery
kidding
language is
me.
gonna change my mind, you're gravely mistaken.
I don't know
I'm
what
sorry, but my
you're
answer
about,
is not
ma'am.
changing. The UC is just gonna have to find another way. Now, I presume you can see yourself out.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna have to read the slates, or we're gonna have to talk to Mr. Long, because those look like the only two options we have left open, because we were unable to convince her otherwise. Now, there are abilities to do that. You could have jacked up your persuasion, I guess. So, wait for this chick to go out of the room, get back up inside. Drop down. You're in this like miniature closet. We're gonna open it up. If you want, clear it out, pop all those locks or anything inside of it. Now we are in behind the office. We're in her room.
Patching in playback.
All right, let's get the playback. They have in the bush here. What should we got? Oh, she sounds drunk.
The Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again, which means you and I are stuck in this colonial rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to, should, expedite the process.
What is she getting at?
My request,
Is this why her and Cameron have a problem, or her and Mr. Long have a problem?
what if one opened up? The eyes of heart in what it used to be.
Interesting.
Not like anyone would miss him. Eva, I think it's time to get some sleep. Just think about it.
Yeah, she's drunk or something.
We can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh? Good night, Eva.
So maybe she'll give me that information if I'm willing to go kill somebody for her so she can get a position off planet. Yeah, back up. Maybe that's what she wants. Then Cameron gets her job and everybody seems happy.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access to the archives.
Yeah, well, you know what? Are you serious?
No, Captain, I'm
I'm gonna
not.
give you one last shot.
What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already.
Okay.
Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective.
I feel like I'm arguing with like like a ranch hand or a farm hand
So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again.
about like selling their land
Most of
to the
all.
government. You ain't getting it.
You have my answer. Now, please take the hint.
All right,
Excuse me?
let's just call it out.
Idea what you're talking
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. And playing dumb, it's embarrassing.
No, no. If the council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. I'd be... Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot.
Oh, all of a sudden we're gonna have you backpedaling?
No? So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the UC with access to the archives.
Look, if you needed me to kill somebody for you to move up to do that, I'm also cool.
But where are my manners?
Yes. Now this is how you're gonna get her pistol. Now I didn't even think about that. You
Now, with my error rectified, I presume we have a deal?
oh, so you have to literally blackmail her to get that gun? It's gonna be a good gun. All right.
Good. Good.
I think we can start negotiating now.
Just like I'm sure our great powers will.
Oh, I'm
In
sure.
fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Only let you get the information on the terror.
That's the only information I want.
People will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored.
Perfectly well.
Scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes.
Okay.
But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicions.
I think that'll work out quite well. Now, about my negotiating fee. Seems like we need to work it out.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yes. This is what happens when you're a dick, lady.
Fee.
We could have worked out something.
Code piece so you can be on your way.
You could have sent me on a mission to go do something so that you would be like super nice to me. Now, we're going to go down to the basement because that's where her thing is. I don't know what she's doing. She's like probably embarrassed right now. She's trying to figure out her life. That gun is a pretty sweet gun, I'll have to say. If you want that gun, if you're into pistols, I guess blackmail as well. There we go. Thank you so much. It wasn't that hard now, was it? It
Just this way.
was nice.
Here you go.
Is she not going to give it to me?
I hope that'll be enough to maintain your discretion.
Oh, I wish I had a chance to be like, you know what? I'll be back later for some more stuff to take. I would have helped her move out so she could get another position. I get that. These politicians all moving up. That's what they want to do. All right, everyone. We've got the first piece of this whole thing wrapped up nice and neat. We took care of the Freestar. We're going to deal with House Varun very shortly, right on after this. So let me know what you guys think. There's a couple of cool pieces there. And if you want, I would try to blackmail her to get the gun, but you're going to need to be able to do some digipicking. So until next time, guys, stay safe, keep gaming, and unlock your raid.